So now I'm working on the front wheel now, right? And what I'm going to do here is the same thing as before. Is I'm just going to go into geometry. I'm going to not smoothen it right now. I want to keep the hard edges and stuff, right? So I'm just going to divide this a couple times. 14,000 triangles. Let's see if I smoothen it now. No, it changes a little bit too much. I'm going to do another one. That I think is a little bit better. I think. Hold on. I noticed that. See this edge here? Okay, hold on. I'm just going to I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to delete this actually. Delete this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly I'm going to re-import it with the proper because I did go back into here and I like fixed that edge that was a little bit too smooth or soft or whatever. So I did fix that, and I think I'm going to push this out even more. Yeah. So I'm just going to re-export this out and do this relatively quick. Front left wheel. There you go. Go back into here. Uh, import front left wheel, and then go back to my tool here and go insert right left wheel. There we go. So now I'm back here again, and I'm going to select front left wheel, hide everything else. I'm going to focus on it. Grab my tablet here. I'm just going to keep working on it. All right, so I'm just going to go back to my geometry tool. I'm just going to divide up to 50 thou, I believe, and then from here I'll smooth. I think that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so 900,000 triangles for this. Might be a bit overkill, but we'll leave it at that for now. And again, just like the previous times, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and clean this up a bit. So let's see. So let's go to, I like the trim dynamic. It seems to work the best to kind of like smoothen everything out. Hold on, before I do that, I'm just going to turn on my transform here. I'm going to activate symmetry. I guess, no, I guess that doesn't work because it's not actually symmetrical. Um, where is the y-axis? Let's see. Nope, maybe it's the C axis. What's this? Mirrors. Couldn't really read that. What was that? Mirror symmetry? Yep. I'm just gonna take this off. And yeah, see, so this isn't mirroring right now. So I guess mirroring is not gonna work for this. So I'm actually gonna have to do this the hardcore way here. So that's okay. I'll do that. Not too big of a deal. I'm just going to smoothen everything out. Right. So again, this is a pain in the butt process. And it's all because my LT doesn't really um, have the proper tools to integrate with Zbrush all too well. And I'm hoping that that changes. I mean, again, it's kind of wishful thinking. Maya obviously wants you to kind of pay for the full software and not pay for their light version. So we'll see how that goes, obviously. Um, I'm going to lower down the draw here, draw size. Just going to keep smoothing this out until it's nice and smooth. There we go. I'm just going to be doing this the whole time. And this is what I mean, like I don't want you guys like this isn't anything new, right? Like this is kind of the same thing that I've done already. So I almost feel like this isn't all that fun for you guys to watch. I mean, um, if you guys do, then great. It's awesome that you guys are watching. And if this is something new, then I'm glad that you guys are learning something different. But for most of you guys who've been watching, this is kind of the same thing. If anything, you guys are just watching for the progress, right? And I mean, that's progress is cool, but to watch a 30-minute video just to see a progress, I don't think that's what you guys want. So, okay, hold on here. Getting disoriented. What are the areas that I have already smoothed? Hoping it's these areas here. Yeah, so this is kind of the shitty part about this workflow. Um, is the amount of cleanup that goes in afterwards. So I mean, I don't know if Blender does this better or, but you know what? I mean, at the end of the day, I can't really complain, right? I mean, this Maya LT is what, 30 bucks a month? You know what I mean? Like, am I really gonna complain about a software that does everything else so well? If I was paying the full price for the perpetual license or for the full license and it's having these issues, then yeah, I think I'd have the right to be upset. But if I'm paying for LT, I don't think that I have. I mean, yeah, I can complain about it, but it's 30 bucks. Suck it up and pay for the full price, I guess, right? If I wanted to have the full-fledged features, but this is what you get if you're not going to do that. So let's see here. Just kind of going through and just kind of smoothing everything out. Um, it's coming along slowly. Obviously, this is going to take some time. It's not something that just kind of gets done right away. But at the end of the day, it'll be worth it. I'm just smoothing this out using my smooth brush. Just pressing the shift key in Zbrush to kind of smooth it, right? And oh, I gotta do this a bunch of times. And this is when, if I was a professional video editor or whatever, I would definitely kind of go in here and I would just speed up the video at this part just because this is kind of boring, to be honest with you guys. I can't even imagine being a viewer here and watching this sculpt happen. So, like I said, I think this is probably gonna be my last video of me kind of doing this because, like, yeah, it's so painful. But for those who do enjoy it, I mean, hey, man, thank you guys so much for supporting me. I mean, That's crazy if you've already been watching 10 minutes of me just doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, that's dedication, and that shows me that you guys, you guys are true fans or whatever you want to call it. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of that right there. I think that it's pretty smooth all around. I mean, I can probably go in. Oh, what's going on here? I can probably go in and clean up a bunch of these little spots. So let's just quickly do that, I guess. Just kind of smoothing these areas out. It's already relatively smooth, so I don't have to worry too much about it. It's not that much to smoothing out, I don't think. Yeah, it's pretty good already. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now this area here, though, I'm gonna definitely have to smoothen out. So I'll do that right now. Maybe make this brush a little bit bigger, just kind of speed this up a bit more. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, guys, like I just don't want, I want these videos to be, like I'm already getting pretty close to hitting my 100 video. And that was my goal this year, was to do at least a 100 Let's 3D model videos. And like I know I'm gonna hit it. So there's no point of me trying to oh, shoot. So there's no point of me just trying to create videos for the sake of creating videos, you know what I mean? If I'm going to create videos, it should be of value to you guys. I think that that's the most fair. And yeah, I think that that's the most fair. Okay, so when you're in this close into your model, like you can't zoom out anymore, right? So you have to use these buttons. So I'm just kind of rotating and everything here. So I'm just trying to smoothen all this stuff out as much as I can, right? And yeah, just gonna move this up like that. And I bet you anything there is a really good workflow for ZBrush and Maya LT. Maybe I just don't know it yet. But right now it's definitely frustrating. Okay, so I think that this is pretty close to being done here. So now I'm just gonna scale back. All right, so I guess just this what do you call this? The axes or the axles or whatever you want to call it here. Just gonna have to zoom in on this and grab a bigger draw distance. Just kind of, I'm just gonna go like this. Kind of just trim it down. All right, kind of break that harsh. All right, just gonna smoothen this out. Same old thing, nothing new. All right. Right, there you go. Just kind of slash that a bit here. All right, get that down. Smoothing it out. There we go. It's cool. So hit this a bit more. Just like that. Whoa, what's going on here? Smoothing that out. Okay. Just gonna hit this a bit more. Yep. Sorry guys, it's not much really for me to say here. I'm a little bit quiet at the moment. It's just like I said, it's just not much. Just like so zoned in, just trying to get this done, so I can actually get to more of the fun parts. And if there's one problem that I have with this workflow, it's definitely this. Just 100% this. And I don't even have a solution on how to fix it. That's another big issue that I have. Is like I don't try looking online to see if other people have encountered the same thing, and it doesn't seem like people have a solution just yet for this, or at least not that I know of. All right, so there we go. Got a text message here. All right, so let's see here. So I'm assuming this is going to be wood again. So let me just quickly save this. I did all that work. I don't want to lose my work. You know what I mean? Like it's the shittiest feeling ever when you've done all that work and then everything just goes into the trash. So all right. So let's do some was it geometry? Let's go all the way back to 0 here, right? And I'm gonna mask a few things. I'm gonna mask this. Right, I'm gonna mask this out. Now, how come I don't understand how hmm, I don't understand what's going on here. It's not really masking out as well as I thought it would. Because what happens if I go up another level? Okay, never mind. I guess I do have to mask it like this. Okay. So last week I got more comfortable with the masking tool and pretty much just realizing how important this tool is, essentially. It's a pretty sweet tool and definitely something that I'll be using a lot more for sure. So here it is, me proving that I'm using this a lot more now. All right, so there we go. And then I'm just gonna mask this here. Just gonna zoom in. Probably lower this brush down just to kind of get more accuracy here. Because it's gonna be steel. So I'm gonna make sure this is relatively accurate here. There you go. So now I can make this a little bit bigger. Just to kind of select things a little bit easier. All right, so I'm gonna scale this here. Oh, I forgot to include this area here. So I'm just going to quickly rotate this and just keep adding the mask into here. Right, and I'm just gonna lower down, like I said, this the brush to make this a little bit more accurate, to paint this a little bit more accurate. On this backside, I'm not too worried about the jaggedy edges. Okay, and then now I'm just gonna fill the rest in. There we go. Okay, zoom out. All right, so let's see what I want to do here. I'm gonna go standard, drag, and let's see, get some wood up in here. So let's see, let's load up some of my. Let's see, alpha. Let's go. No, it's a little bit too harsh. Let's see. No, that's a little bit too much. Sub, or let's see, let's go 8 or something. Let's go sub. No. Okay. So that definitely doesn't work. That works, I think, a little bit nicer. I want to actually go to add. There we go. And this way, I'm just going to continue to add some details here. Right. And just kind of keep rotating this bad boy. Just add some more wood grain or wood pattern. Right. That's the beauty of Zbrush. Get these awesome detailed normals, and then here I think I'm just going to It's unfortunate that that's looking like that. It's probably because it looks super messy. So, I mean, for this, I'm probably going to have to, yeah, I'm going to have to like redo it, obviously, later on. Um, cancel that. Brush, where's auto masking? Back face mask should have been turned on. So I'm just going to, right, I'm just going to, yeah, that's just looking really bad. So again, that's just bad geo, right? Like it's not clean geo. So it's unfortunate. But what I'll have to do most likely is go back and redo that in the future. See, like something like that, like that's something that I haven't shown yet. So it makes sense that I will, show you guys how I would do that process, right? But right now, I mean, there's no point in me showing you guys that. So obviously I'm gonna want to add some like cracks and stuff in there. So I'll go and I'll do that right now as well. Let's see. So let's try and add a couple of things here. So let's just crank this down a little bit, just so that's not so much. And I'm just going to add some, slashes and stuff here and there, but nothing. Whoa, like that's way too intense. Bring it that down to like halfway. Halfway doesn't look too realistic though. Looks a little bit better. Maybe it's a little bit too harsh. Let's go and, maybe some cracks like that or something. Give it some personality. Let's go and some more of that stuff going down. Yeah, there you go. That looks pretty cool. And for this, I mean, I guess what I can do here is I'll just add maybe. There's no point in me adding anything on those because I'm gonna have to redo it anyways. All right, so now I'm just going to invert it. Right now I'm gonna put some of the rust on here. So I think it's a standard, and then I have to import. Hold on, let me just save this. I'm scared of losing my work. I'm just gonna go alpha. I'm gonna import, and I'm going to go to ZBrush stuff, alphas, and I think I have a bunch of like rust here. Rust metal, rust metal. So I'm just gonna go rust metal, and all the way to here, and I'm just gonna import that in. And let's see here, what kind of rust metal do we have? So we have a bunch of different things. Let's try. Let's try something like this. Let's see how this kind of goes here. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. So I'm just gonna add that on here as well. And for this one, maybe I'll try something different. Maybe I'll try something a little bit more like that. Obviously, again, with the poly distribution here, it's not looking so good. So things are looking pretty hazy. And again, I'm gonna have to go back and redo all this. So, you know, again, it comes down to good poly flow and something for me to keep in mind for future. Just make sure that the poly flow is good, and maybe um, doing like high poly, low poly models of it, and cleaning things up might make it look a little bit nicer. But yeah, I think that is all I'm gonna do today. So I finished that, and my mask is all done. Let's go and take a look at this bad boy. Oh, there we go. So there we go. So now we have both of our wheels done and ZBrushed. We got some cracks and stuff like that going on. And then hopefully next time when you guys see another video, it's going to be me kind of speeding through a couple of hours or something of work, and I'll just like speed it up like crazy, and then I'll just kind of talk over the video. And yeah, I think that's probably what's going to end up happening in the next video. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and keep making good art, guys.